To this point of the news that's out over the last 24 hours on antitrust law and these four companies, given the crucible that Microsoft went through already, how do you think about it? And how do you think about this idea that this report suggests that fundamentally the Sherman Law should be changed, meaning the Sherman Act, antitrust law needs to actually be changed unto itself?
Well, I'm going to make kind of a crazy statement, but it blew my hair back, Andrew. That's how crazy the thing occurred to me. That doesn't mean there's not a role for government somehow in the regulation of industry. Certainly what I learned as we were going through our antitrust issues in the early 2000s is that you can do things that seem 100% consistent with the law all along the way, but then if you wind up with a position that somebody deems a monopoly, life gets kind of crazy. And I would certainly recommend to all these tech companies to engage on the issues now, to engage with the regulators now. I see no change in the antitrust law that's really going to deal with to some degree, subtlety and nuance of these businesses.
So when you look at a Google, for example, having a YouTube on one end or selling advertising on the other against their own customers, or you look at the Apple situation now where they're charging a certain amount of money to be on the App Store, do you think that they should, on their own, reverse those measures, or do you think there's something else that they need to do?
I think the thing that really needs to happen is they need to have a smart regulator to talk these things through with. I do not think that they can just sort of take a unilateral action and expect it to satisfy whatever it is some regulator or congressman will decide they should have done. So the key is to engage. You could change the law, and it still might not be clear to these companies what they need to do to comply, because the law is not going to be written case by case by case. I also don't think the case of Apple is the same as Google, is the same case is the same as Amazon. In a sense, putting them all together makes good theater, but it doesn't necessarily mean good policy, in my opinion.
But you don't think that they should take preemptive action, meaning an Apple should announce a new program that they're going to allow a separate app store run independently by others to try to upend any type of inquiry into their own business?
Well, they could, but suppose the conditions on which they announce that are different than the regulators want after the fact. So you can offer something that's not the worst idea in the world, Andrew, but what if you offer the wrong thing and now you have to do what you offered plus what the regulators want? For me, it's crazy, given all we've been through and all I know about this stuff. If I'm in these guys' shoes, I say, come on, let's get down there and let's regulate me and let's get it over with so I know what I can do.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.